Welcome to this special edition of 2K TV.
The wait is almost over. We are just days away from 2K Day and the launch of NBA 2K21.
And if you can't wait, you can get early access to the NBA 2K21 demo right now. Here's how you get started.
The NBA 2K21 demo is here.
A stunning view of the move. As we approach the playoffs, let's now take a look at what is shaping up in the West. You look at Dallas. They're in 7th and looking to hold on to that seed for the playoffs. And checking out Portland, they're down in the 9th position.
And for the Trailblazers, they're one of those teams that hasn't quite figured it out this year. A lot of talent, a lot of heart, but nothing to put them up on that next level.
You know, it's really hard to figure out exactly what's been missing, but there is something missing, and perhaps could be the system they're playing in.
The starters for the Portland Trailblazers. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. And it's Anthony in at the 3. And for Dallas, we've got Hardaway. Seth Curry is out there with Luka Doncic. And there's Porzingis. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 4-man position. McCollum finds Nurkic. Beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Dallas. They traveled to Portland last time they faced the Trailblazers and came away with the win.
Well, last time out, they got the win in large part because of the play of their bench, and they provided a lot of the scoring punch.
Yeah, and you know what? I expect them to go deep into the bench again tonight, to give those guys on the bench a chance to have an expanded role, but also to give those starters some rest.
And the pass to McCollum. Fires from deep. The shot misses. And the Mavericks going the other way now. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
And it's out of bounds. The Trailblazers able to retain possession here.
And that was a risky pass. Fortunate that the D didn't get that one. It was in the air for a long time.
One-on-one here. Curry with it. He's picked up by Collins.
Nice body control by Seth Curry. I mean, he's so good at fending off defenders on the way up. You know, with Dirk Nowitzki retiring last season after a remarkable 21 years with the Mavericks, they are starting afresh, a new era, hoping budding superstar Luka Doncic can carry that mantle, and I think he's off to a great start in doing so.
Now here's Porzingis following the missed shot by Nurkic. Curry gets the bucket.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
And you think of everything that Dirk Nowitzki has meant to the Mavericks. Clark, one team for his entire career.
An iconic Hall of Famer. You talk about 14 All-Star appearances and league MVP. 6th all-time in scoring. Most importantly, the franchise's first and only title in 2011.
Nurkic finds Lillard. Portland moving the ball around. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing.
And, you know, Carmelo Anthony is a special player, guys. A bulky, small forward with a quick trigger release, an elite scorer.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Mavericks.
They've made the commitment to get out and run, and it's paid off with some highlight reel plays in transition.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Maxi Kleber comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith, and it's Wright in for Curry. Clark, last couple years, the three-point shot has been absolutely huge, a gigantic weapon for a lot of teams. You live by it, you die by it. Some teams can accept, though, the ramifications of a bad shooting night.
Yeah, I think it's too big a premium not to really overweight the three-point shot. A 50% premium on that particular field goal when it goes down. But I do like to see balance. Attacking the rim, spacing the floor. I love to see guys and teams shoot the mid-range shot as well. But the three-point shot and the way teams use it and shoot it is here to stay for sure.
Marjanovic checked in for the Mavericks. Trey Burke comes in for Doncic. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Mario Hezonja's checked in for Anthony. Banked in off the glass.
excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
J.J. Barea's checked in for Hardaway. Out left to the wing. Down low. Here's Marjanovic. And Marjanovic with the slam.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Little can't hit. Dallas leading by 12. Here's White. Hassan Whiteside grabs the miss. And 1:01 left in the first. And finished off by Hezonja.
Boy, it is not easy trying to stop Hezonja. Even when he gets hit, he finds a way to muscle through that contact.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And with a percentage of 82, he's been one of their more dependable shooters from the line.
We've seen some obvious improvement in his free throw shooting since last year.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
And, you know, that involves pounding it inside, getting as many points as you can right at the rim. That demoralizes a team.
Here's Trent. No points in the game yet for him. Barea with it. He's picked up by Little. Burke, the pass to Wright. A three ball. Little with the rebound. Trailblazers trail by 11. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Whiteside. Sweet little floater.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
Dallas is gone. 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. To the left wing. Here's Kleba. Barea kicks to Kleba. Here's White. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. Welcome back to Noche Latina, celebrating the Latin culture and their love for the game of basketball. It just keeps growing. And guys, what's your take so far on the Mavs?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And, you know, for them guys, it's all about tempo. Keep the pressure on and do so as much as possible.
We've got Burke. Also, J.J. Barea out there. DeJuan Wright is out there with Marjanovic. And it's Kleba in at the 4. So that's who Dallas starts the second with.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Dallas. McCollum's checked in for the Trailblazers. Lillard comes in for Anthony Simons. Barea, no good. Trailblazers trail by 6.
And it's been talked about for some time, but last summer the Heat finally decided to pull the trigger on Hassan Whiteside. Traded to Portland for Leonard and Harkless. Whiteside and the Heat had soured on each other in the trade. A chance for both sides to have a fresh start.
And Whiteside takes great pride in rejecting shots. Outstanding at getting his arms up and denying shooters.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
Well, you know, if you're not going to take care of the defensive glass, it's going to be hard to come away with the win.
Great positioning on the putback.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Pass to Lillard. Here's Whiteside. Goes back up. And that's 2 points on the layup. Whiteside's got his second basket.
Yeah, and the presence of Whiteside in the paint, really unreal. He is a dominant figure down low. Great work to grab that second chance opportunity.
Now here's Burke. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Here's Lillard, and then Lillard slams it in.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Here's Barea. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Here's Little. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Now just a 4-point Dallas lead.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Dirk finds Marjanovic to the inside. Barea. Dallas moving it around. In the corner, it's Kleba. Dallas no good that time either. Trailblazers trail by 4. Guys, they've been getting it done.
They came out with a mission, and they have been tough to stop. Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
And so it's Burke who brings up the ball for the Dallas Mavericks. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Drops in the tray. And the Mavericks lead by 5.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
Lillard misses.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
He gets that one.
Hard not to commend the confidence of Barea. For a point guard, he's an excellent scorer, particularly inside.
Lillard, the pass to Hazanya. To the middle. Lillard dishes to Whiteside. Back to Lillard. Lets it go from deep. Again, the miss by Lillard.
And not a night he's going to want to remember. Just not really able to score the basketball.
Passes to Kleba. Back to Burke. Out to the wing. And Lillard is going to pick up a foul. That is his first foul of the game. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Porzingis, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Hardaway comes in for Maxi Kleba. Seth Curry, he's checked in for J.J. Barea. And Doncic is subbed in for Trey Burke. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Nurkic checked in for Whiteside. Zach Collins comes in for Mario Hezonja. And Anthony subbed in for Little.
That's one of the reasons Lillard is out there. He gives you that deep threat.
Hardaway finds Doncic. Three-pointer. They get it back. Pass to Finney-Smith. Now Doncic. C.J. McCollum with the rebound.
You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
Porzingis with the steal. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Boy, you got to push Porzingis out of the paint. If you don't, you're looking for trouble.
Trailblazers trail by 6. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
So for the Trailblazers, Trent's checked in, and it's Simons in for Lillard. Here's Trent. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And it's the Mavericks on the break. Offensive rebound. The pass to Curry. Now Hardaway. Collins grabs the miss. Anthony, the pass to Trent. Got it off in time. Oh, and he nails it just in time.
One eye on the rim, one on the clock. What a play.
An ideal way to...
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K. Dallas has the edge here at halftime. They've got a 3-point lead. Kenny? Well, that's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks
Goodbye,
for
folks.
joining us. Third.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You look at Boban Marjanovic, he's really playing well.
And he was an absolute monster on the offensive glass in that first half. I don't know how you slow him down.
And you know what, guys? I think it starts with having a body on him every time a shot goes up. I mean, they've got to do a better job boxing out.
While we've got a moment, let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. On the court right now for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Anthony in at the 3, the small forward. Mark, who do you think is the best center right now, spacing the floor and also embracing the traditional responsibilities of a center?
Well, I tell you, it wasn't until the playoffs of this past season that I got to see Jokic. My goodness, he is a
Something,
joy
isn't he? Wow.
to watch. His footwork, his shot making, his skill, and I think his passing is probably the best attribute of his game. But I would put him in that category because he can make the deep three. Embiid is streaky from there. In terms of the balanced approach, I think probably we could throw Karl Anthony Towns in that mix.
Good names.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
And the foul called on Tim Hardaway Jr. That is his first foul of the game. Right, he's checked in for Seth Curry. Poked away. Doncic with the steal. Pass break, Dallas. Right with it. He's picked up by Collins, and that one's good. Right.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
And here's Lillard. He brings it up for Portland. 9-point game. Collins kicks to Lillard. Score the basket, his 5th of the game. He's missed 6 shots against those 5 makes.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong. Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Pass to Doncic. Shoots over Lillard. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Trailblazers trail by 11. The 3. Good on the three-point shot. Lillard's got 7 points here in this quarter.
He drilled 1 from deep in the first half, doing it again here in the second.
Doncic passes to Finney-Smith. Right against McCollum. Dallas moving the ball around. From deep. That's good from Doncic on the assist from Hardaway. 8 points for Luka Doncic.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
He kicks it to Hardaway. Out to the right wing. Here's Doncic. That 3 off target had some space there after the little pump fake. To the paint, Lillard. 8 for 15 with that made basket, but he's not satisfied yet.
And how about Lillard just being aggressive here on offense? He can heat up quickly, just super efficient, and a high IQ score.
Here's Doncic. Connects from three-point range. Doncic has got 11 points here in just the second half. Trailblazers trail by 9. Anthony kicks to Collins. Inside, here's Nurkic. Porzingis with the block.
You know, when Porzingis combines quickness with his reach, getting off the floor like that, he can block just about any shot.
Here's the 3. Rebounded by Anthony. Anthony's got his 4th rebound in this one. Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. They get it back. Here's Collins. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Porzingis.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Seth Curry comes in for Hardaway. Here's Doncic. Out of bounds, Portland takes possession. .32 seconds left in the third quarter. Simons, the pass to Trent. Here's Simons. Lets the 3 fly. Out of bounds. Dallas takes possession. 17 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Over to the left wing. Here's Kleba. And a miss there on the triple. Outside Collins. Here's Whiteside. And no good on the last second attempt this time. It's been all about Luka Doncic for the Dallas Mavericks. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. Terry Stotts had some advice for his team. Let's hear what he had to say.
Defensively, we got to give a little more pressure to their shot.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Mavericks leading by 8. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Doncic out there with Curry, and it's Wright in at the 3 slot. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing, guarded by Wright. Simons the pass to Collins. Simons surveying the D. 5 on the clock. Trey gets the bucket.
I mean, he hit that shot from the next town over, Kev. What a shot.
And so Curry will bring it up for the Mavericks. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand. Cans it from downtown. And the Mavericks lead by 8.
Boy, KP wanting to dish it when his guys are open. I love that team-first attitude on display.
Here's Trent. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Dallas has gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the fourth. Passes it to Kleba in the corner, right with it. Over Anthony. Pass to Doncic. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Whiteside's got 7 rebounds in the game.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Hits the 3-point bomb.
And the shooting form of Anthony, just perfect. He's dangerous with the catch and shoot and just terrific at scoring when in rhythm.
Curry outside. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Simons. Gets the jumper from the corner to fall.
Not the best of shot selection there, but you know what? You do not look a gift horse in the mouth.
Curry wide open. Dallas no good that time either.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
And it's Simons missing. Mavericks leading by 3. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. And a deep 3 from Curry. Curry with another miss. Trailblazers have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Collins, good.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
These guys have had some good motion on offense. Nice to assist him.
And when everyone's involved offensively, it has a way of helping you on the defensive side as well.
And Doncic gets it to go.
He's such a clutch shooter, Kevin. He just lives for the big shot.
Anthony finds Whiteside. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's on Porzingis.
And Hassan Whiteside in this deep. Forget about it, Kevin. I mean, he's great at getting inside and finishing with force.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Hardaway's checked in. McCollum's checked in for the Trailblazers. Lillard comes in for Anthony Simons. Dallas moving the ball around. Here's Doncic. But they recover it. From deep 3-point range, Portland grabs the miss. Lillard from outside gets the 3-pointer to fall. Lillard's got the lead up to 2 now for the Trailblazers.
Wow, look at the damage this young man is doing from deep. And there's another one.
And it's a big one. What a performance from long range. Remarkable. Doncic not afraid of the moment, actually embraces the spotlight. This guy steps up big when needed most.
And Whiteside stays right with it. Whiteside's got 5 points now this quarter.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
And those second chance points can add up.
And if you're the defensive team, it just kills you to give up baskets like that. No fear or hesitation in the eyes of Doncic. He loves the chance to take and make these big ones.
Lillard misses.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Got it.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game? Yes.
Anthony kicks to Lillard. The tray. It's deflected.
You know, I like that Doncic, guys, doesn't back down on defense and tries to make it hard for his opponents.
The putback. Count it. He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
This is a huge possession.
And this is where all the hard work pays off. You have to be able to execute under pressure. Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Yes!
Somebody's really lit the fuse for Damian Lillard.
Can't afford any wasted possessions down the stretch.
The defense needs to be just as sharp, but it's not over yet.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Here's Whiteside. Got it!
And they do have a foul to give.
Lillard against Doncic. Hardaway passes to Doncic. The three won't fall. And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for him.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a...
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg...
Once you pick your jumper, it's time to join the Clippers and test your build in a game against the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yes, and it's my player picking up the assist.
And if you're not feeling one of your builds, you have the ability to make 6 total builds and play 1 test game for each one. In the NBA 2K.
And the player introductions are wrapped up. The starting.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
It's NBA basketball on. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Millsap.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Anthony in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Nuggets, Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Then it's Porter. Then there's Murray. And it's Craig in at the 2. Three-pointer, Lillard. Trailblazers keep it alive. Nurkic kicks to Lillard. From downtown, knocks down the 3-ball. Lillard's got the first 3 points tonight for the Trailblazers.
Now, defensively, you like to try and run Lillard off of that spot because, man, he gets it going out there, he's going to hurt you.
Collins grabs the miss.
Man, he's had 3 good looks at the basket and nothing to show for it.
And so, Brent, you and I know the legend of Nurkic. Back in Bosnia, a sports agent read an article about a huge policeman, 7 foot, 400 pounds. And this agent tracked down this policeman and asked him, do you have a son?
Well, that son is Jusuf Nurkic, the guy you're seeing out there. And 14 years of age, Jusuf Nurkic had never played the game of basketball. So the agent took him under the wing, and the rest pretty much history here, Kevin.
I like that story. And that one's good. Millsap.
Super job by Millsap to release the shot as soon as he gets the ball there. No time for the D to catch up.
Back to McCollum. Collins passes to McCollum. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. So the wing on the left. Lillard from outside. Lillard again missing.
His touches left him in this quarter. Nowhere close to the kind of output they need from him.
Jokic with the bucket.
Jokic and body control. Hey, years ago we wouldn't have said that. I'm saying it now.
The Trailblazers have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Anthony left side. 3-pointer. Nice D from Porter.
And so far the team just 1 of 5 and that rim shrinking.
Bucket is good.
Well, you know, Porter can expect this. Defenses are going to try to be physical with him, try to get in his head.
McCollum kicks to Lillard. Right wing. Anthony, the pass to Collins. And the shot goes down. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. And there's the pass to Murray. Here's Craig. Murray outside. Brandon, looking ahead to the playoffs, when you made your first postseason appearance, were you surprised by the intensity you found once you got there?
Kevin, it was my second season. I was playing for the Clippers, so getting into the playoffs was quite miraculous on its own accord for the organization. But the level of detail in the playoffs and intensity in the playoffs, they know everything that you're going to do. And we were playing against the Utah Jazz, which at that time...
Some pretty good players.
Yes, Karl Malone, John Stockton, Jeff Hornacek, the great Jerry Sloan as the head coach. It was a wonderful experience, but you understood that the playoffs were different. Absolutely something different in terms of the intensity and what it is that that team knew about you.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Now, here's Jokic. He's coming off a 10-point game against Dallas.
Yeah, but all around offensively, the performance was great. He knew when he had it going, but he also knew he could get other guys going. So his passing right up there on the level with his scoring in that one.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
Here's Millsap, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Given how skilled Millsap is in the post, sometimes you have no choice but to foul him and hope he misses the shot.
And how about the transition from Paul Millsap, going away from that star role to being more of a role player here in his later years? No longer needed to carry the torch, if you will, in terms of scoring and rebounding, but he can still give you just a bit of everything else at this stage.
The Trailblazers shooting their first free throw of the night here.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for, around 80% on the season.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Grant, he's checked in for Paul Millsap. Pass to Simons. Whiteside with it. Pass to Trent. Back to Whiteside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Got a piece of it. Passes it to Simons. Launches it. Good on the triple. Cole with it. Over Little. And again, Denver no good.
Grant could be such a devastating defender down there with those long arms and athleticism to contest shots.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Denver on top, leading by just 1. From the and close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And the Nuggets guys, what jumps out to you numbers-wise?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to keep trying to feed that, get out quick.
Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second quarter. Hezonja at the 4 and Whiteside at the 5. Then it's Little, and it's Simons in the point.
Well, Coach Mike Malone has grown up with this young Nuggets team. He says that he believes in the youth of this team.
Well, the future is so bright for the Denver Nuggets, and really where you have to give Mike Malone a ton of credit is when they made the decision between their 2 bigs, Jokic and Nurkic, sticking with Jokic and then changing their entire offensive style to play from a point center position. It has paid huge dividends. As much as you have to admire his burst and force, I think Plumlee's aggressiveness on that play, the impressive part.
Here's Simons. Can't tie it up as that one misses. The Nuggets leading by 3. Dozier kicks to Morris. And Plumlee gets it to go on the assist by Morris. Plumlee's got 4 points this quarter.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Grant surveying the D. Dozier passes to Bull. Denver passing it around. 6 on the shot clock. That one falls. Bull's got the lead up to 7 now for the Nuggets.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies. Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful 2-hand jam. Plumlee, no luck. Portland's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Here's Little. And Bull pulls it down.
Yeah, better than giving up the layup. You want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively.
From deep. Portland with a new 14. The second effort. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And checking out the numbers for Whiteside, what a run he's been on over the past few weeks. 1st in blocks, 2nd in rebounding. And he's right there among the most efficient scorers in our league. 3rd overall in field goal percentage.
He has been a human highlight reel all season long. Clearly the best shot blocker in the game right now, and he has the numbers to back it up. And that one's good by Porter.
And such a sharp shooter from outside the arc. Porter just superb at knowing when to fire from deep. You know, you watch Nikola Jokic out there, and he just moves like a guard. The way he approaches the game, sees the court, and shoots just aren't found in that center position.
Grant kicks to Porter. Murray surveying the D. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. You know, Greg Jokic has so many tools at his disposal. He's a walking triple-double threat.
The passing and vision is what really sets him apart at that center position. The offense can run through him and should run through him with how he can distribute the ball.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
I'm not sure where the lack of focus comes in there, Kevin. That's not like him. The defense is close, but there's enough space to score.
Jokic with the steal. Grant with the ball. Lillard picks him up, and the dunk by Grant.
Well, he is a straight-line driver. Jeremy Grant right to the rim.
Lillard outside. This one for 3. Another shot, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Jokic.
And really, I'd like to see them get after it on the offensive boards a little bit more here. They did a good job of that in the first.
Paul Millsap's checked in for Denver. Torrey Craig comes in for Michael Porter. Portland also making some changes. Yusuf Nurkic comes in for Hassan Whiteside. And Zach Collins subbed in for Hezonja. Murray, good.
Yeah, they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
To the inside. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Well, Portland being up there in the PNW, that's the Pacific Northwest, always means a lot of air miles. Matter of fact, they lead the league pretty much every year in distance travel.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Three-pointer, Lillard. No good that time. Now the Nuggets take it the other way.
Still trying to calibrate right now because he had 1 3 in the first quarter, but nothing since.
And that one's good. Millsap.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. The Nuggets leading by 12. Floats it up for Millsap. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession.
Now that's 2 teammates who need to reintroduce themselves to one another, not on the same page.
And here's Nurkic. Simons, the pass to Anthony. Now Collins, covered by Morris. Here's Trent. Buries it from 3-point range.
Gary Trent.
And so it's Denver in control.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson. A pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. They never trailed by more than 3 points, and it was neck and neck the entire period. In the second quarter, they made it look easy. They played well at both ends of the court, and that'll...
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers. 9-point game. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Then there's Murray. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Craig in at the 2 guard. That's the group for Mike Malone getting going here in the second half.
And Murray showing it all here. An exceptional player attacking while he's in the open floor.
Here's Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
Well, those interior passes can be dangerous sometimes, but if the timing is good and you execute it there, you can get easy hoops.
Craig passes to Jokic. The Nuggets moving the ball around. And here's Millsap from the arc. Hits it from 3-point range. Millsap's got 9 points. Now the shot clock resets to 14 seconds on an offensive rebound. Brent, you like that change?
I think digging into the numbers a little bit, Kevin, it only affects about 3% of total possessions.
Is that all?
Yeah, throughout the course of the year. Not in any given game. So it's very, very minimal what happens. But what I like is that players have to reset quickly with 14 on the clock. And I think coaches are starting to think about how it is they might have quick sets as opposed to getting the ball to the top of the key and trying to run through a traditional set. Maybe you have quick sets after the reset to get yourself a better shot.
More strategy. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. Porter, no luck.
And after burying 3 straight shot opportunities, finally a miss there. Still feeling the momentum, though.
Porter with a block.
And, as he learns the game at this level, he's going to block more shots. Porter has the length and the ability to move his feet.
Millsap. Great D that time from Nurkic. Trailblazers trail by 12. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Lillard misses. Denver's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And the medical red flags for Michael Porter Jr. caused him to slide to the Nuggets in the 2018 draft. 2 back surgeries in less than a year. An injury suffered initially in his sophomore year of high school. The risk is there, but if his body holds up, potentially a star in the making.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Whiteside's checked in for Nurkic, and it's Little in for Zach Collins. And finished off by Porter.
And at 7'2", Bol has incredible vision, including noticing when his teammates are open.
And it's Lillard missing.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And it's Bol that time on the assist by Murray. Bol's got his second basket of the night.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Melo good at scanning the entire floor, and that's why that time he found the open teammate.
Count it, good. And it's 6 points for Mason Plumlee.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another, Greg.
And now Anthony pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
I like how active McCollum was there on defense. Not afraid to poke his hands in there at the right time. Very opportunistic score there.
And a wide open look for Porter. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Porter's got 6 points in the quarter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Kicks it to Bol. Porter against Whiteside. Now Bol, and the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That's his first foul. The Nuggets shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game.
Yeah, and over the course of the season, they're a respectable 78%. That comes in handy in close games. And the Nuggets franchise still looking for their first trip to the NBA Finals.
How about the franchise making the ABA Finals back in 1976? So it's been quite elusive here in the mountains to get the finals back to Denver. 40 years ago, still looking for that trip.
And it's Simons missing.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
As good as you can do without getting a block there to defend.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He's one of the best in the business, absolutely. The putback, it's good on the putback.
Yeah, it's 7'1", and with the type of length that Whiteside has in terms of his vertical reach, so hard to stop on the inside.
Millsap has the open look, rebounded by Anthony.
He loved to make them pay for giving up that wide open jumper, just unable to do so.
Whiteside, the pass to Trent. Back to Whiteside. There's the triple. Rebound by the Nuggets. Millsap's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And the dunk by Grant.
That is a good option. You could throw that ball just about anywhere. Even the top of the square. Jeremy Grant ripping one off.
Outside Anthony. He gets it up. Oh, and he beat it.
Did they just do that, Kevin? They just did that.
Ringing the bell. That's the way to close the quarter.
Well, you love nailing the last second shot.
And so it's Denver. Their lead at 15 going into the break. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. We'll return shortly. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
What an advantage if your off guard can make plays so valuable.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. On the court right now for the Trailblazers, Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Anthony, and it's Simons in at the point guard. The pass to Jokic, lets it go with a 3. Portland grabs the miss. Nurkic has got 7 rebounds in the game. Pass to Simons. Collins against Morris. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. Morris has got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Nuggets. Trailblazers trail by 17. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Anthony kept alive. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
Got to put a body on Nurk. Just too big down low.
And Morris has got the ball here for the Nuggets. They led by as many as 18 points. Here is Daniels. The high post shot. Jump shot is good that time.
Yeah, he's going to knock that down if you give it to him. Uncompetitive there defensively.
Well, defense also looking defeated. The lack of hustle is driving the coaching staff a little bit batty right now.
Pass to Anthony. Portland moving the ball around. 6 to shoot. Nurkic the pass to Simons. Fires the 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
In that first half, guys, they didn't shoot nearly as many threes as they have here in the second, trying to use that shot to stay in the game.
A 3 from Morris. Denver with a new 14. For 3, Millsap, and he's good on the 3 ball. And the Nuggets lead by 17.
Millsap asked to do a lot, and tonight he's delivering on every level.
And here's Anthony for 3. Jokic grabs the miss. Jokic has got rebound number 8 now on the night. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And the Nuggets with some changes. Michael Porter, he's checked in for Daniels. And it's Jamal Murray in for Monte Morris. Lillard's checked in for Portland.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
Player development, not just a coach's job, Brent, something you're active in right now. And, you know, there are some players who are playing coach, who are terrific mentors and teachers on teams.
Oh, there's no doubt about it that there are guys. I think about first what Vince Carter has provided to the teams he's been around in the past couple seasons. Zach Randolph, to some degree, was doing that as he moved from Memphis to Sacramento. But there are guys who are still players and that are on the floor contributing and doing big things like Chris Paul and Mike Conley that are such huge attributes to an organization when they start to introduce the changeover in their roster or the next phase of their team. You got to give a lot of kudos and appreciate the fact that players who've been that great for that long accept and willingly accept, Kevin, the role of teaching young guys and paying it forward.
And role players that have been like Calderon and Haslam, who have not been stars, but have been important parts of their organization.
Also, tremendous examples of what it means to be a professional day in and day out. If your responsibilities aren't as great as the top 4 or 5 players, there's still things you can do to make your team better on a daily basis. Those are 2 great names, Kevin.
Nurkic can't hit.
The D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for Denver.
Their superior ball handling won it for them.
And fewer turnovers equals greater scoring opportunities. Any coach will tell you that. If you take care of the ball every possession, and this is a perfect example of what happens when you do.
And this will now push it to a total of 44 games in the win column on the season. And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Millsap.
You have to love the way that he was closing out on defensive trips. He would always body up, and it's why he ended with so many boards.
35 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Fires for three. Gabriel's shot's good.
I think the defense has more concerns out there on the floor, and they give him a good open look from the perimeter.
Pass to Dozier. Now here's Vonleh. He's looking for Plumlee and finds him.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on, and that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here.
There's the pass to Vonleh. He kicks it to Murray. But they get it back. So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. Some good competition, but the home. David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Brett Barry, Greg Anthony.
can't wait to get started in the NBA 2K21 demo, get my players started, and of course, all-time Lakers versus all-time Celtics.
Just out of curiosity, Chris, who has more championship rings?
Yeah, I was gonna talk about the Lakers, but then you bring up that argument, and I really don't have anything to say about it, unfortunately. So that's a low blow.
So I'm going with the Celtics.
I'm gonna go with the Lakers. It's on, Alexa.
Oh, Canada.
Good. Let's quickly take a look at the standings out west. The season nearly complete. You take a look at the Trailblazers, winding things down this season. They're in that all-important 9th position, within striking distance of a playoff spot.
And for the Trailblazers, they've been strong at times this season, but they still have some holes. I think they're a playoff caliber team. I just don't think they're a championship caliber team.
This has been the thought all along. They have enough to compete night in and night out, but they're not taking 4 out of 7 from a top team in this league. No way.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Anthony in at the small forward position. And for Toronto, Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slots. Fred VanVleet out there at Lowry, and it's Ibaka in at the center, filling out the middle. Nurkic with the block. And that'll be Toronto as it goes out of bounds. Raptors retain possession. On defense, Portland. It's stolen by Anthony. And Lillard kicks to Nurkic. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Lillard against Lowry. And Lillard gets it to go. Fantastic backcourt facing off tonight in this one, Smitty. Let me ask you, do you think this is a guard-centric league right now?
Kevin, it is. And no matter how tall you are and what position, pretty much 90% of the guys now can dribble, they can pass, they can shoot. We have guys that are 7-footers that we're calling guards. And so I think right now this is a guard-oriented league.
And Collins has got the ball here for Portland. They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies.
And if you look at the stats for unassisted jump shot percentage, Lillard is always around the top. He can drain those pull-up jumpers as well as anybody in our league.
Whoa, that'll wake you up. He is such a great athlete. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Lillard's got 7 points in the game.
And we're already seeing a little rhythm out of this offense. They've hit 3 out of 4 so far.
Pass to Ibaka. Stolen by Collins. And now Lillard pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
And that was not an opportunity Lillard was going to let pass by. Getting down the floor in an instant and finishing on the break.
Here's Ibaka. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Now here's McCollum. He's coming off a 22-point game against Memphis. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Got that bucket in no time at all. The Trailblazers have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Three-pointer, Lillard. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Man, he has been locked in this quarter, shouldering the load at the offensive end.
And the penetrating ability of Anunoby, confident when it comes to attacking the defense. And Raptors president of basketball operations, Masai Ujiri, not just doing an amazing job in Toronto, he's also had a huge role in the growing of the game in Africa.
Growing up in Nigeria, he fell in love with the game of basketball, and he has worked his way up. Now he's given a hand back, building pathways for others to follow in his footsteps, bringing the development and leadership to the continent.
And once they roll the ball out there, Lillard turned on the switch. He is doing it all tonight.
Here's Anunoby, covered by Anthony. Ibaka, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And in recent seasons, we've seen Serge Ibaka involved in some extracurriculars. He can get a little chippy out there.
Yes, indeed. Last season, he had a 3-game suspension. Penalties can escalate for repeat offenders, something he's got to be aware of.
A new group in now for the Raptors. Marcus Gasol is checked in for Siakam. Hollis Jefferson comes in for OG Anunoby. Powell, he's checked in for Fred VanVleet. Davis is subbed in for Kyle Lowry. Now here's Little. 1:21 left to play here in the first. It's stolen by Davis. To the middle. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Nasir Little picks one up. The Raptors have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. And Toronto making a change here. Boucher is checked in, and so he hits both. 1:12 left in the first quarter of the game. Whiteside, the pass to Simons. Takes the 3. And it's slammed in by Whiteside.
I just love that effort by Hassan Whiteside. Focus, and he's a huge threat to score off the miss.
Left side, Davis shoots from the baseline. Good on the jump shot.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
Yeah, both teams in the zone early. Stops have been almost impossible to come by.
The Trailblazers rebound. Whiteside can't get it to fall, and he's missed the second after making his first. Here's Boucher. Hezonja defending. Boucher kicks to Powell. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. And it's blocked by Whiteside.
With that long wingspan, Hassan Whiteside saying, no, not in my house.
And so Gasol will bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. Here's Boucher. His 3-pointer's off the mark. Now here's Little. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And he uses the glass on the layup.
So good at the rim. A slow defensive rotation leads to the easy lay. Meeting right at the rim. He typically converts in those situations. Not this time.
It's the end of the first with a tie game here. And already these offenses are... Marcus Gasol so appreciated by his fans.
Fans understand.
And great to see so many different cultures and countries embrace the game.
Yes, and with players like Gasol having so much success, I think it helps give those Latino and Spanish-speaking fans a connection to the NBA.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And from what we've seen so far from the Raptors, guys, your thoughts?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
This is exactly what you want to see if you're a coach. Your team starting fast and playing with confidence.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So the Raptors 5 right now. They've got Powell. He's out there with Davis. Marcus Gasol is out there with Hollis Jefferson. And it's Boucher in at the 4 slot. Gasol dishes to Davis. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
That's the competitor in him. Close game. Let me have this one.
No good on the 3. Whiteside, good.
All of 7 feet, 265. Whiteside easily powers through contact. That's a great play.
Gasol, and finished off by Gasol. A lot of give and take between these sides early.
Yeah, and both teams look like they came to play. We should have a good one.
Well, there is no doubt Hassan Whiteside still a major factor in rim protection.
I'm not sure if his block totals will get back to 4 a game, but he still gets plenty of blocks. The fear he puts in shooters, the amount of shots he changes, still make him one of the best in the business on defense.
Siakam is checked in for the Raptors. Kyle Lowry comes in for Davis. Portland also making some changes. Anthony comes in for Mario Hezonja. And McCollum subbed in for Anthony Simmons. A 3 from McCollum. They get it again. Second chance shot. Shot is good, and the Toronto lead is cut down to 1 on the bucket from Hassan Whiteside.
When he gets the ball in that close with Whiteside's length, I don't know how you stop him.
Siakam passes to Gasol. Second shot opportunity. Siakam misses.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
Passes it to Hollis Jefferson. Lets it go. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Certainly, folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Whiteside has to keep working on his free throw shooting. Teams have no problem putting him at the line.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Oh!
Sounds good. And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness. Zach Collins checked in for Whiteside.
And yeah, that old adage about being too wide open, not a thing. He just missed it.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Kyle Lowry is hard-nosed, as we all know, and if you ask him, it comes from his upbringing in Philadelphia. Lowry said, "A Philly player is what a basketball player is. We played on concrete. You got to be mentally tough. You're not trying to be athletic. You get hit the wrong way, you run into a metal pole." Kevin, that's what made him. From Philly to Villanova to Toronto to an NBA champion.
I don't know about running into the metal pole, but that sounds painful. But he's certainly as tough as he can be. David, thank you.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip end.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there.
One of the league's best-kept secrets, Pascal Siakam out of Cameroon, discovered as a raw teenager at Basketball Without Borders back in 2012.
Well, Smitty, you're talking about Siakam, the Raptors president from Nigeria, and very active in the Basketball Without Borders.
Oh, yes. He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in, build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime.
Exactly what you want from that play. Get it to Serge where he can simply rise and fire.
Pass to Anthony. It's stolen by Ibaka.
Got to recognize the situation, trying to get a 2-for-1.
Absolutely, but at the same time, you want to get a good shot.
And that's such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
Lillard attacking. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Lillard's got 23.
Continuing to stoke the fire, his shot making has been absolutely superb.
Lowry from outside. A second chance effort. Ibaka, no luck.
Great defensive effort, just saved a basket.
Look out, here he comes.
That was amazing, and look at the elevation.
Oh, he's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game.
You know, with Siakam, it's not just his size. It's his agility that allows him to succeed in the painted area.
Collins kicks to Lillard. The offensive rebound. And again, it's Portland converting.
That's just staying in the moment, keeping with the current possession.
And that concludes the first half. Portland out in front, leading by...
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. They saw their lead grow to a high water mark of... And...
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
The burst he's had when going at the rim has been fantastic. A lot of strong finishes through two quarters.
His activity level has made an impact, and he is fearless.
On the court for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. Oh, goodness. Where did that come from?
I loved it.
That was beautiful.
Loved it.
They've hardly needed anyone else today to get out to this lead. I mean, he's provided almost all of their offense.
Here's Ibaka. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Ibaka's got his third basket of the night.
When you have someone with Ibaka's size and coordination, it's a crime not to get him some looks inside.
The pass to Nurkic. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Fast break, Toronto. Here's Van Vliet. Here's Siakam. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Nice rebound by Siakam. Has the 7'3" wingspan to get to the ball and the big hands to control it.
And the most improved player in the league last season, Pascal Siakam, got better in every statistical category.
Lowry against Lillard. Siakam. And Siakam throws it down.
You know, he's able to shoulder more and more of the load offensively. Siakam's star continues to rise.
That one goes. Count it. Lillard's got 29. And it's those diamond-in-the-rough players that so often elevate the top teams. And, Greg, that's what the Raptors found in Pascal Siakam.
No doubt. The 27th pick back in 2016. Now a full-time starter on a rookie contract, just over $2 million this season. He is due for a big raise. Oh, wow. 4 of 5 to start the half. Coming out on fire.
Three-pointer, Lillard buries the long-range jumper. Lillard's got 7 now in this quarter.
That's one of the reasons Lillard is out there. He gives you that deep threat.
Nurkic in the post, defended by Ibaka.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Trailblazers leading by 4. Pass to Lillard. Deflects the pass. Outside Anthony. Puts up a 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got 3 assists tonight. And so Lowry will bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. And that will be the middle game of this 3-game homestand.
This is the modern-day big. Siakam can stretch you out and can hurt you right at the rim.
Outside Collins. Passes it to Nurkic. And the layup's good off the glass.
And the Raptors took some heat for parting ways with reigning Coach of the Year Dwayne Casey. But his successor, Nick Nurse, guided this franchise to an NBA title.
Tremendous self-belief and determination. The only NBA head coach who was also a head coach in college, the G League, and overseas. He's been preparing for this for a long time.
And here we go with Anthony running it up the court. Right side Lowry over Collins. And the Raptors tack on 2 more.
They are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Three-pointer Lillard. Portland keeps it going. A new 14-second shot clock. The basket counts and 1. They'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play. And it's a completely new group for Toronto. And a switch here also for Portland. Adams checked in. Raptors trail by 8. And the Raptors can't hang on to the ball. Here's a look at what's coming up for Toronto. On Saturday, they'll be playing against Blake Griffin and the Detroit Pistons. Then on Monday, they'll be playing against Draymond Green and the Golden State Warriors.
And for the matchup with the Sixers, this is a game that they are expected to win, but sometimes those are the kind of games where you get a little bit sloppy and start looking ahead. Either way, they'll need to put in tremendous effort to walk away with the victory.
And Davis gets it to go.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around it.
And it's out of bounds. They say last touch by Adams. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Powell.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different score than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Lillard's checked in. Here's McCollum. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And so far this season, shooting at a 75% clip from the line.
Raptors trail by 7. Down low. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one's on Anthony. The Raptors have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the line tonight. So he comes up empty, missing both. And Gasol gets it to go.
Marc Gasol does so many things. One of my favorite attributes, toughness and grit he brings to this team.
Lillard misses. Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
That's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
The drive by Nurkic. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. This is his second trip to the free throw line.
77% shooter at the line a season ago. Those are better than the average numbers. We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
McCollum against Powell. Hollis Jefferson. Nice persistence to tip it back up and in.
Nice tip in there. I mean, he's got like a 6th sense in terms of where the miss is going to go. That is really a talent.
And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game, and both teams putting up points in a hurry. Trailblazers lead by 3. We'll be back shortly, live from Toronto. And let's listen to head coach Terry Stotts review the game plan with his guys.
Hey, listen, they're just going to keep coming.
3 tense quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. They've got Marc Gasol. Davis is out there with Norman Powell. And it's Hollis Jefferson in at the 3 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. And they get it back. Gasol. Portland grabs the miss. Whiteside's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Here's Trent. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Wow, he got whacked on that, which shouldn't be much debate there.
And he's good on the second.
Great job there to make this a 2-possession game.
Raptors trail by 4. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. The 11-footer buries the jump shot.
And coming down the stretch here, both teams still on fire.
Yes, and if you love offense, you're loving this matchup. It's been a highlight reel affair.
Clearly a foul.
And he knocks down the first one. Anthony's checked in for a little. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. For Toronto, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. And it's Hezonja with the foul. That's his first foul. And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That's his third foul of the game. Here's Hollis Jefferson. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. That one's on Anthony.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Portland leading. Now the pass to Hezonja. Here's Simons. Up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Hezonja's got his first bucket in this one.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip in. And out of bounds as Toronto gains possession. Siakam is checked in for Toronto. Kyle Lowry comes in for Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Collins checked in for Hezonja. The Raptors have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. OG Anunoby comes in for Norman Powell, and it's Fred VanVleet in for Davis. Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Terry Stotts went over with his team. He said, guys, we don't want to play hero ball. We don't want to take threes that aren't there. There are better options when you run the offense all the way through. Kevin will see if they can make that adjustment.
Trailblazers leading by 3. Anthony drives in. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got 4 assists now tonight. Lowry has the open look. And the Raptors miss again. And here's Whiteside. He'll bring it up for Portland. They've led by as much as 10. And the basket by Lillard.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
Outside Lowry. Releases. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
Oh, that's great awareness. That's a great pass. Credit Siakam and the work he's done to understand where everyone is in this offense.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Here's the thing. He's a guy who will go on hot streaks for you over a number of games.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
Lillard attacking, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fellas.
A serious power move from the point.
Forget just landed in. He wanted to make a statement.
And the native of England, Anunoby, doesn't back down from taking the big shots.
And it's Lillard missing. Raptors trail by 3. Stolen by McCollum. Shoots it. And there's Lillard. That's good on the assist by McCollum. McCollum's got 5 assists tonight. Siakam, right side. Lillard outside. From the arc. But they'll get another chance.
Wow, another opportunity. Just everything going their way. Pretty much the story of this game.
Knocked loose. It's stolen by Anthony. Lillard, right side. And that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
Serge Ibaka has checked in for Toronto. And a switch here also for Portland. Collins has checked in.
This is what I like about Lowry, not just looking for his shot, even though he's an excellent scorer.
And maybe, you know, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
They retain possession. Trailblazers have gone 7 of 13 from the field here in the fourth. Lillard dishes to Anthony. For the three. Keeps it alive and staying with the play, Anthony. And the Trailblazers lead by 6.
And how about the toughness? I mean, although undersized at that power forward spot, he just still finds a way to get the job done.
And that could be a big bucket right there. Ibaka doesn't shy away from taking crucial shots.
Van Vliet can't get it to go. Right side, the pass to Collins. Some solid defense from Ibaka. What a big possession right here.
No doubt about it, guys. The tension is palpable.
Lowry for 3. Good. And that shot brings them to within just 1.
That is world class.
Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team.
We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possessions.
And Lillard kicks to Whiteside. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. And the technical free throw is good.
Yeah, free throws put them in an excellent position to win this thing now. It's all in the hands of the D.
7 seconds left in the fourth. Connects from downtown.
And he gives up some size on that play, but the defender fails to close the gap.
This is why you spend so much time devising ways to space the floor. If you can't, you don't get very far.
And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
hang time. Moving the plug in the power, ayy. Came with a charge in my alley, ooh. Charge to the game like it's credit, Your team crowd need to edit, yeah. I see face and get it, hold up. Ooh, that's dead, need a minute, need a plan to revive. Let's get a shot pressing. They say what I say, they got like 20 moves and like 100 problems. I'm James with a step back, throw that shot up, I don't miss often. No look, I had to boss up, get the post up when it's OT.
It's getting late in the season. Let's see how the standings are out west. Let's take a look at Dallas. Right now, if the playoffs started, they would have the 7th seed. And, of course, the Trailblazers, 2 spots down.
And, you know, for the Mavericks, what a nice turnaround this season has been for them compared to just a year ago. They couldn't afford to suffer through another campaign like that.
They did a very good job putting that in the rear view and moving forward this season. They still have a long way to go to be considered a top team, but they've definitely made progress.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. Seth Curry is out there with Doncic. And there's Porzingis. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Finney Smith in at the 4. And for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Anthony in at the small forward.
Well, think back to before he moves on to the Dallas Mavericks. While Tim Hardaway Jr. was with the Knicks, he was carrying such a burden offensively because Porzingis was still recovering.
Nice shot by Porzingis. Porzingis has got his 2nd bucket.
And to me, this is what KP has got to do. Porzingis has the size and length to be a factor on the offensive glass.
And the shot goes in. And we've seen Hardaway be a much more efficient player than in the past.
What we know, Kevin, unequivocally, is that this young man can score the basketball. But what you hope is the best players in the NBA are all about efficiency. That's what you want Hardaway Jr. thinking about. How can I be the most efficient guy on the floor?
And it's Lillard missing for Dallas. They've gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Here's Doncic, and the dunk by Doncic.
This incredible confidence that Luka Doncic possesses, my goodness.
Nurkic finds Anthony. Misses the 3.
Boy, the offensive flow just isn't there right now. 1 for 5 to start the game.
Here's Doncic, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
Well, this guy is so effective with the pump fake. Luka Doncic gets the defender off his feet. Beautiful.
And you look at Luka Doncic, 6'7", about 220 doors. Is he a point guard? A point forward? I mean, where's he fit?
Well, I think in today's modern NBA, where we talk about positionless basketball, he's the perfect fit regardless of where you put it. He can defend wings, he can defend forwards, and offensively, you want him to be in command of the basketball.
And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That is his first foul of the game. Curry wide open, and they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Lillard, the pass to Anthony. Back to Lillard. The shot. And the shot is long. Dallas leading by 11. Here's Doncic. Good, and the assist goes to Hardaway. And that's now 7 points for Luka Doncic.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triple.
And Collins is right there.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Curry kicks to Doncic. Another 3 for Dallas.
Their 3rd three-pointer in a row.
And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. It's good from long range. Lillard's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Here's Doncic. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Doncic has got 12 points in the game. Trailblazers trail by 14. 3-pointer Lillard. And it's Lillard again missing.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Curry outside. There's Porzingis. On the wing, Hardaway. Here's Doncic. Offensive rebound. Pass to Finney-Smith. On its way from Curry for 2. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
And boy, have they come out strong, really pounding the offensive boards for second chance points.
Lillard from outside drills the three-pointer. 9 points in the game so far.
And when Lillard's hitting the tray ball, it really opens things up for him. As good a passer as he is, he becomes a major headache for the D if he gets hot from beyond.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Hardaway.
Yeah, simply stated, you have to take care of the basketball, and they don't on that possession.
Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
Passes a little. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Dallas leading by 15. Porzingis passes to Curry. Back to Porzingis. The pass to Kleber. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end, Greg. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
And so it's Dallas, feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break and their ability to get Kristaps Porzingis grew up in faraway Latvia.
My older brother, he was a big fan of the NBA always, and he always.
And Greg, that's something different now for foreign players, isn't it? A lot more exposure to the NBA.
And KP, a fan of the culture. You saw him in cornrows as a kid. I think that helped prepare him for the transition.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And quite a position here for the Mavericks to be in. What do you think, guys?
They set a physical tone in the first, and that really showed on the backboard.
I think it's why they hold the lead here early, because they're controlling the flow of the game with those second chance opportunities.
On the court for Dallas here in the second, Kleber is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Trey Burke is out there with Wright, and it's Doncic in at the 3, the small forward. Doris, such an honor to be on this with you, and you were the first female to become a full-time NBA analyst, breaking new ground. You've accomplished so much in your life, personally, professionally. What would you tell young women who are graduating college, looking to get ahead in their career in what you've chosen?
Well, first and foremost, I've been very lucky, Kevin. The game of basketball has been a part of my life since I was 7. It's been a driving force. I love it. I would just tell young women, times are changing. Dream big. There's nothing that's impossible. And I'm so thankful to the NBA players and coaches who have just wrapped their arms around me from the time I entered this business. So kudos to those players who are part of the change, no question.
And hard work. I have seen you work. I have seen you prepare. No one prepares more. No one works harder than you.
Thanks, Gav.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
Well, poor rotations, poor communication. There's a lot to figure out right now.
So for the Trailblazers, Carmelo Anthony's checked in for Little, and Damian Lillard is subbed in for Anthony Simmons. Lillard from deep three-point land. Offensive rebound. Here's Whiteside. Another miss. Boy, they had their chance there, but couldn't get it to go. To the left side wing. Now, here's Barea. He's tightly guarded. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Here's Burke. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Whiteside. That shot, no good. And it's Dallas the other way. Now Burke, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. A three-pointer is right on target.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love, Greg, is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
And let's see, guys, if that triggers another little explosion from him after hitting 3 triples in that first quarter.
A lot of people look at that general manager position with the team. I think it grows with some organization, maybe shrinks in importance with others. But by and large, it is more stable than coaching, isn't it? That position of being a GM.
Yeah, and I think, Kevin, if you were to ask coaches, one of the things I've heard sort of thrown out there as an idea is when you list the head coach's record, why not list the GM's record as well? Because the reality is success in the NBA is contingent on so many things. What's your ownership like? What kind of front office personnel? Have they made great decisions? Do you have the best possible coaching comparative to the talent on your roster? So much contributes to winning, Kevin.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
Anthony finds Lillard. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. And that's now 17 points for Lillard. And so it's Barea with it. They'll bring it up for Dallas. 22 is their biggest lead.
Well, that's 2 fouls on him early. He'll have to be careful not to pick up another one.
Dallas making a switch here. Finney-Smith's checked in. Pass to Marjanovic. Clock at 6. Tries again. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies. And it's Finney-Smith with the rebound. Mavericks leading by 17. Barea, the pass to Kleba. Wright for 3, and the 3 ball is good. Wright's got his first 3 points of the game.
And he gives up some size on that play, but the defender fails to close the gap.
It's incredible to me how players have become so adept at creating just enough space to get the shot off. Nicely done.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Back to Barea. Dallas moving it around. Stolen by Collins. Here's McCollum. It's blocked, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession. Little, he's checked in for Hazanya. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Porzingis is checked in for Marjanovic. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Maxi Kleba. Seth Curry, he's checked in for DeLon Wright. And Doncic is subbed in for J.J. Barea. Last game for the Mavericks, it was a loss to the Nuggets. Finney-Smith passes to Doncic. Takes a 3. No good that time. And the Trailblazers going the other way. They faced off right here last time they met, but the home club just couldn't pull out the win.
And that was a tough one. They expected to play well and did, just not well enough.
You know what? In the end of the day, it wasn't as close as it should have been. There were lapses all night that led to the deficit they couldn't overcome.
Collins kicks to McCollum. Portland no good that time either. Mavericks leading by 20. Hardaway for 3. Rebounded by McCollum. Pass to Collins. With 2 seconds left, and it's good on the way up. Collins has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
And so it's Dallas, holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. Their defense has been...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, again, Luka Doncic had a huge first quarter. He had 12 points, 3 rebounds, and that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Really an incredible game from Lillard.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the court for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Anthony in at the small forward position. And here's Doncic, 15 points in the game. Passes it to Finney-Smith. Shot clock at 6. Dallas needs to get off a shot. It's stolen by Anthony. Here's Lillard. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Lillard's got 19 points.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong.
From deep, Trailblazers keep it alive. Nurkic in the post, guarded by Porzingis. It's good.
And such a polished player near the basket. Nurkic feels comfortable taking those in-close shots.
We know this about the Dallas Mavericks. They will put every piece of data and information to use in terms of trying to get an advantage. Think about it, guys. They are now doing blood tests, trying to head off injury for their players. They believe this gives them a clearer picture into the overall health of their athletes. All right, time now to pick it up. You're 1 for 4, and you certainly don't want to give your opponent momentum.
And the Mavericks with some changes. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith, and it's Burke in for Doncic. And the pass to Collins. Curry with it. Lillard picks him up. From deep three-point range, Curry with another miss. And Doris, those blood tests you were talking about, always subject to player permission. They want to honor player privacy.
I think you have to, Kevin, and most of the Mavs have embraced it. These tests have the ability to measure almost 50 biomarkers. As an athlete, you're always trying to stay in peak form. As an organization, you're always trying to manage appropriately their workloads.
And it's in there. Trent's got his first 2 points of the night.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Dallas again missing.
He needs to look to try to drive inside and get going. That outside shot is simply not there.
And that one drops. Anthony's got his first 2 points.
Yeah, this offense is rolling. They've been assertive, but they're also playing under control.
I think the communication on offense is working at every level right now. What a run for this group.
Here's Porzingis. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
The feed to Collins. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead. And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
For the Trailblazers, Mario Hezonja's checked in for Zach Collins. Little comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And it's Simons in for Lillard. Dallas also making some changes. Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. Wright comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And Barea subbed in for Curry. And Portland making a change here. Lillard's checked in over Barea. And Damian Lillard with the bucket on the assist by Little. 24 points for Lillard.
Well, and it took a terrific effort at both ends to sustain this run.
And Greg, they found their composure on both ends of the floor, and that is what triggered this run.
And with that basket, he puts a stop to the 13-0 run there by Portland.
The Mavericks pull it in. 22 is their biggest lead. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Goes up, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
And once they roll the ball out there, Lillard turned on the switch. He is doing it all tonight.
And so it's Barea with it. They'll bring it up for Dallas. They're leading by 8. And the foul called on Hassan Whiteside. That's his first foul.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Doncic is checked in for Dallas. From deep, Barea. Here's Kleber. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Kleba's got his second bucket tonight.
You know, there's an unselfishness to Luka Doncic, and a pretty pass right there.
Lillard attacking. Whiteside, and Whiteside stays right with it.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. From deep. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Doncic has got 6 here in this quarter. Marjanovic against Lillard. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
Well, we thought the third quarter was over, but it turns out the officials are going to review the play to see if he released the ball before the buzzer.
And the replay center, Alan Secaucus, delivering the footage.
And so it's Dallas in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. Back right after this. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
It's just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that, Greg, putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Now here's Little, guarded by Doncic.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Trailblazers trail by 7. And there's Little. That's good on the assist by Whiteside.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Here's Doncic. That shot is in, just like 6 others have been for him. He's shooting 7 for 15.
I'll tell you, Luka Doncic makes tough shots look easy. Boy, that close to the bucket through that much contact, nice.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Kleba, the pass to Marjanovic. Here's Doncic. Drains the three-pointer. Doncic has got 11 points here in just the second half.
That's his 5th triple of the night. 2 in the first half, 3 in this one. Huge production.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Wright finds Marjanovic. Trying his luck from deep. Another 3 for Dallas. Doris, so interesting to watch 7-footers who almost never shot three-pointers make that now a featured part of their game.
Give some credit to the coaches who recognized the game was being revolutionized and that three-point shooting, regardless of position, would become integral to success. So a guy like Marc Gasol, who actually fought the idea of taking threes, Brook Lopez, Nikola Vucevic, all of them have become more integral to team success and more capable NBA players because they can shoot the basketball. It's beautiful.
It is. Evolving and adapting at that size has been something to watch. Back to Wright. Some nice passing here by Dallas. On the wing, Doncic. They grabbed their own miss.
But I love the determination, guys. It's simply not there for him right now.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That free throw, no good. So for the Trailblazers, Zach Collins comes in for Yusuf Nurkic. And Carmelo Anthony has subbed in for Little. Then for the Mavericks, Zinkis, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Seth Curry in for Wright. Here's Porzingis. Curry kicks to Porzingis. Now here's Doncic. From deep three-point range. And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis. And the Mavericks lead by 12.
Well, Kristaps Porzingis understands with his length and size, those are high percentage finishes. Nicely done.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Dallas. 22 is their biggest lead. Here's Porzingis. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
You know, I know that he can make the perimeter jump shot, but I really like it when Porzingis is taking it inside and making the defense deal with all that size.
And the first one at the line is good. And both free throws good for Porzingis.
Well, with Kristaps Porzingis, you love not only the skill, but the passion he plays with. You would never use the descriptor passive with this guy. Have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
Pass to Doncic from deep. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got 5 assists tonight. And with Porzingis, as Morris, you mentioned, that energy he has is contagious.
Well, he is the prototypical modern NBA big, right? Porzingis can run the floor in transition. He can face up and shoot with range. He can put it on the deck, and he can play out of the post. What more could you ask?
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for Dallas.
They found a great rhythm from long range.
Yeah, Kevin, every time they left a man open deep, he'd get a good shot at the basket. Didn't hesitate, and that aggression paid off.
And for the year now, they'll ramp up their win total to an even 40. And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Luka Doncic.
Boy, whatever was needed, he provided it. He was the jack of all trades. Big bucket on one end, big defensive play on the other. I thought his influence was felt all over the floor.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Adams' shot is good.
You have to have the vision to find the open man. Beautiful pass.
And so here is Dallas, a 12-point game. On the wing, Jackson. Kid Gilchrist against Adams. Over to the left wing.
That's his first personal foul.
And he can't get the first one. He hits the second from the line. 12 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Fires from the wing. The rebound by Marjanovic. From deep three-point range. So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's good.
been talking so much NBA 2K21, but we wanted to stop and take a moment to thank you guys for tuning in and joining us for 45 episodes in NBA 2K20.
We've had so much fun connecting with you all over this past season.
So as we put NBA 2K20 to a close, we take a look back at our favorite moments on NBA 2K TV. Check it out.
Coming right up, the Nuggets taking on the Trailblazers. For Denver, the win here would earn the 5th best win.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hi and welcome everyone here on 2K. Let's quickly take a look at the standings out west. The season nearly complete. You look at the Nuggets. Right now they're locked into 3rd place in the conference, looking to get a high seed for the playoffs. And checking out Portland, they're 9th best in the conference.
Well, I think for Denver, they had a few critics coming into the season, and now I don't think they have any. This is a club ready to not only make a deep run, but possibly win it all.
Oh, come on, yeah. You know that's the mindset you have to have. They know if they can get to the playoffs, they have the talent to do some real damage.
Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Then there's Murray. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Craig in at the 2-guard spot. And for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Anthony in at the 3 spot. To the paint. Here's Jokic. The kick out to Porter. And the Nuggets can't hang on to the ball. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks. Lillard outside. No good from outside.
Well, you think about a franchise player, it's hard to find a better example than Damian Lillard. His play, his presence, Kevin, he's one of the most important players in Blazers franchise history.
It's tipped. Jokic with the steal. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. And that one's good by Porter. Porter's got his 2nd basket of the night.
That's just the product of good pass work. I mean, nice team basketball right there.
Trailblazers have gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. Chris, you were talking about the presence of Lillard. Very cool and always composed.
Oh, Kevin, I love Damian Lillard. I mean, he's from Oakland. He has that town toughness. He's got that dog in him. I mean, he speaks softly and carries a big stick.
And here's Millsap from the arc. Drills it from outside.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, these days, so much emphasis on the perimeter game, but you can see why after that sequence.
Nurkic finds Lillard. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline.
His field goal percentage has dipped this quarter. I mean, his movement has to be better. He has to find the open spots on the floor.
And early on, they look great. They've made all 4 of their shots to start this game.
There's the 3. Lillard again missing.
It's been a really tough quarter for him. I mean, he cannot get his shots to drop.
They get the rebound. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. 6 to shoot. Murray the pass to Jokic. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. There's Porter with the 3. With the clock winding down, the shot's good from Nikola Jokic.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that. He has shot them in the foot with his inability to make shots tonight.
Here's Craig. Off target from 3-point range. Trailblazers trail by 6. To halt the run, in deep. Lillard drops it in. Lillard's got 5 points so far. Chris, you look at the grind of a regular season. Adam Silver seems open to fewer games or even fewer minutes per game. What do you think of that?
This is one that I'm not with, Kevin. You know, in my day, you had guys play 82 games. And let's go back to the days of Bill Russell and Wilt Chamberlain. They were playing in shoes that basically were socks, and they didn't have tape, and they didn't have all the things that we're privy to in the medical industry. So I think we should keep it at 82 games and minutes the same, because it keeps a full context of sports where you can talk about Harden versus or Westbrook versus a Big O. It keeps the argument in the same place. I think fewer games, fewer minutes starts to change the dynamics and the expectations of what players can do. I don't mind changing it, adding tournaments, letting guys get more rest, but I think the number of games and the minutes of the game has to stay 48 minutes, has to stay 82 games.
Very interesting. Here's Murray. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
And Murray has it all. A deadly shooter and a remarkable penetrator. Terrific guard play.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Big group substitution here for Denver. Plumlee, he's checked in for Jokic. Jeremy Grant comes in for Paul Millsap. Bol, he's checked in for Michael Porter. And Morris subbed in for Torrey Craig. Simons surveying the D. Little kicks to Hezonja. Fires, high post, and he nails the jumper.
Well, I think he's looking around wondering where the D is. I mean, nowhere near him, that's for sure.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Back to Murray. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Now, here's Bol. D right on him. Now, here's Whiteside. He's coming off a 16-point game against Memphis.
Oh, that's a well-deserved assist. Not every player has the vision to make that feed.
And the big fella knows how to score the basketball. Bol's understanding of when to look for his next level.
And so it's the Denver Nuggets heading to the bench. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Governing the split of second chance opportunities, Jay, I mean, that's what has them in the lead after one.
So out there for the Nuggets right now, Jeremy Grant is out there with Plumlee. Then there's Bol. Then there's Monte Morris. And it's Dozier in at the shooting guard. Little can't hit. Denver leading by 10. To the middle. And he bangs it home with one hand.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. And it's Bol that time on the assist by Grant. Bol's got the lead up to 14 now for the Nuggets.
Hard to fathom, but he is really fluid in terms of getting up and down the floor. Bol making himself a capable threat all over the floor.
Oh, I thought that one was going to go down. The mid-range jumpers, oh, man, that's usually a bunny with the D playing soft like that.
And at 7'2", Bol has incredible vision, including noticing when his teammates are open.
Yeah, the Blazers boasting one of the game's elite backcourts in Damian Lillard and C.J. McCollum. I mean, other than the Splash Brothers, these two have the most points in three-pointers of any duo over the last handful of seasons.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. The Nuggets leading by 14. Plumlee in the high post. Inside. Dozier passes to Plumlee. A three from Morris. Off the mark. His first miss of the game. 1 for 2. Here's Whiteside. Kicks it out to Collins. And here's Anthony for 3. Portland again missing. The Nuggets have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. And the Blazers used to stagger Lillard and McCollum's minutes. Chris, now they've embraced these two playing together more often.
Yeah, and they should, Kevin. I mean, they're both standing about 6'3", so defensively they give up a little height. But on the offensive end, the firepower that they bring to bear is something to watch.
No good on that one.
And the combination of athleticism and defense Grant brings is superb. A guy who you can depend on to compete.
The Nuggets making a switch here. Jokic is checked in. McCollum dishes to Anthony. Here's Whiteside. And it's Denver with the rebound.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Back to Morris. Pulls it up. And the jumper falls for him. Morris has got 5 points now in the quarter. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. And a deep three from Lillard. They get it again. Whiteside. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Let's use this break in the action to show you the teams that in the last 10 games have been the NBA's best fast break teams. 5th best, the Trailblazers.
I mean, no doubt for me that they've hit their stride the last few weeks. I mean, they are punishing the defenses with that up-tempo style.
Pass to Morris. Back to Daniels. Pass to Jokic. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. Jokic just got his second bucket of the night.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And that one drops for him.
Lillard plays with great pace. He's outstanding at knowing when to pull up off the dribble.
Daniels kicks to Morris for 3. Down it goes, his 3rd basket. He's now 3 for 4.
He's finally coming around, trying to make up for that goose egg he put up in the first quarter.
Portland moving the ball around. Lillard from outside. Second shot opportunity. He gets it in there. Whiteside's got 8 points.
Yeah, and the presence of Whiteside in the paint, really unreal. He is a dominant figure down low. Great work to grab that second chance opportunity.
It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Jokic has got his 8th rebound here tonight. And the 10th pick in 2017 out of Gonzaga, Zach Collins, figures to be an important piece moving forward.
Just a huge demand for rim protectors who can also space the floor. But this 9'3" standing reach, are you kidding me? He's a presence inside.
Lillard with the bucket.
And look at that, the touch of Lillard inside, so impressive. He's terrific at generating points.
Right side Millsap. Craig kicks to Morris. Pass to Jokic. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. They get Hassan Whiteside.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
The Nuggets have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4. For the Nuggets, Bowl, he's checked in for Torrey Craig. And it's Jamal Murray in for Monte Morris.
Oh, this is a big fella who has no problems at the foul line. I mean, a very smooth touch on the stroke.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there. And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
And 6 straight playoff appearances for the Blazers under Terry Stotts. Last season making the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, GA, and he was rewarded with a multi-year contract extension. He's done a great job developing their young players while also having them compete at a high level.
There's the pass to Bull. And again, Denver no good. Trailblazers trail by 16. Here's Azania. Simons tips it back in.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Millsap has the open look. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Nuggets lead by 16.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
8.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson. After 2 quarters, it's Denver out in front. They're leading by 16. Kenny. Thanks for joining.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Denver Nuggets. After this one, they're off to San Antonio to take on the Spurs. They're in the midst of a 4-game road trip right now. That'll be game number 3. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Anthony in at the small forward position. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Basket counts.
And you can tell Lillard fears no one. Sometimes it doesn't even matter what you do defensively.
Murray, the pass to Millsap. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Pass to Carmelo. Down low, Millsap with the steal. And they're running. Here's Porter, and finished off by Porter.
Woo. He is so quick off the ground. Porter just gives the defense very little time to react.
Lillard misses.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Well, we've heard some people criticize the league's obsession with the three-pointer, saying the game is less fun to watch. You and I have talked to coaches who do not like the style of play. Would you agree with that?
You know what, I do, Ken, but it's all in the way that it happens. So let's talk about a team like Golden State, okay? Golden State shoots so many threes, right? But they don't shoot the most threes, and they have the best ball movement. And they still take the most number of twos. And so they have a balanced game. Now, they have 3 of the best shooters last season out of any team maybe in the history of the game. And they don't take the most threes, but then you have teams that have every guy shooting under 30%, and they're shooting 100 threes with no ball movement. Yeah, something's backwards. It's still about playing basketball and shooting threes, not shooting threes during a game that happens to be a basketball game, if that makes any sense.
It does. Perfect sense. The Nuggets have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances. Both free throws good from Daniels. Here's Lillard. He's got 14. 90 seconds now into the second half. From deep. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. 17 points for Lillard.
And they're going to have to pay closer attention to him beyond the arc. I mean, he's got 2 threes in this half, a total of 3 overall.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Oh, just a dream.
And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Lillard goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Lillard's got 10 points in just the second half. The Nuggets leading by 19 points. Here's Anthony. It's hauled in by Jokic. Jokic has got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Daniels dishes to Millsap. Knocked away. And the turnover again by Denver.
All right, a chance to look at the stats for Nikola Jokic. Since the All-Star break, he has been superb. 13th in field goal percentage, 15th in rebounding, and he's in the top 20 in assists per game. His talent for creating easy buckets for his teammates, such an asset.
And as you mentioned, one of the more efficient scorers in pro basketball. He challenges defenders with his bravado, and more often than not, he prevails. Portland shooting their 5th free throw of the game here.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
Out of bounds, Denver takes possession. For Denver, they've gone 4 for 4 from the field since the halftime break. Terrific start to the third quarter. Here's Morris. Second chance shot. No good from Grant.
Man, when the ball's in his hands, that's as high percentage as it gets. It's just a fluke miss.
Here's Trent. And it's off the back rim. No good. Denver leading by 18. He lobs it up. Out of bounds. Portland takes possession. Taking high percentage shots has been this group's specialty. On your screen now are this month's field goal percentage leaders. In the third spot, Hassan Whiteside.
It would be hard to imagine him shooting the ball much better than he has. He has been on fire.
It's stolen by Morris. Here's Dozier, and he dunks it down.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
And Simons has got the ball here for the Trailblazers. Back to Whiteside. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Little gets the bucket. Here's Morris. 8 points for him. 1:12 left in the third quarter. Grant outside. Dishes it to Plumlee. Back to Grant. Passes it to Dozier. Just 5 on the clock. The wide open look for Plumlee. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Here's Trent. Plumlee with the rebound. The Nuggets leading by 17. Grant kicks to Morris. From outside the arc. Portland grabs the miss. Here's Trent. Morris with the rebound. Denver's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Back to Grant. There's 18 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Hezonja. And finished off by Hezonja.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Oh, yeah, bang, bang. An impressive sequence that has them fired up.
Pass to Plumlee. Back to Daniels. It'll count. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's the Denver Nuggets finding a 15-point lead at the end of. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
This is where the NBA is headed. I mean, multi-dimensional big men. That was just a beautiful pass.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. So on the floor for Denver. Plumlee out there with Grant. Then there's Murray. And it's Dozier in at the 2. Here's Nurkic. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Still young with loads of upside. Nurkic is comfortable playing the enforcer. I mean, you can tell he wants to keep improving.
Free throw good, Nurkic. And last season, a rare 5-by-5 game achieved by Yusuf Nurkic. 24 points, 23 rebounds, 7 assists, 5 steals, Greg, and 5 blocks in a game against the Kings.
And how about the only player ever to log a 20, 25, and 5 game, the Bosnian Beast, making a name for himself.
Anthony, the pass to Collins. Anthony kicks to McCollum. And the 3 off target. The Nuggets leading by 15. Grant finds Murray. He's looking for Plumlee and finds him. And Portland has possession. The pass to Nurkic. Here's Simons. Back to Nurkic. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Troy Daniels. That's his first foul. Damian Lillard's checked in for Portland. We played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. And no good. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. Pass to Grant. Collins against Murray. Passes it to Plumlee. Now Daniels. Shot clock at 5. Fires the 3. Rebound by Nurkic.
He hasn't chipped in with many points tonight. The good thing he has the guys around him to carry the weight.
Lillard left side. Outside Anthony. From deep three-point range. Offensive rebound.
And offensive rebounding is about commitment. there, you see Collins showing plenty of it to grab the board.
We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. To the inside, Murray dishes to Plumlee. From deep. Rebound by Nurkic. Trailblazers trail by 15. Bounce pass Collins. And a wide open look for McCollum. Sinks the triple. McCollum's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Grant kicks to Murray. On the wing, Daniels, covered by Anthony. Murray against Lillard, out to the wing. Murray left side. And another miss by Denver. Portland's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Nurkic finds Lillard. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Dozier passes to Grant. Here's Dozier. He's guarded by Collins. Pass to Plumlee. He feeds it to Grant. Hey, Chris, this year pioneer Chuck Cooper inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame. Long overdue, wouldn't you say?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, he was the first African-American player ever to be drafted. I mean, dude, let's just think about that. The Jackie Robinson of basketball. He paved the way, and what he endured, and his teammates, by the way, of all colors, is well documented. And I think the Celtics need to, and I think they will retire his number 11 and have it hang up in that famed Raptors of theirs over there.
I agree. And you see Jeremy Grant on this team, he means so much more than just his stats.
He's a fantastic glue guy, and his teammates talk about how unselfish he is on the floor. Great team player and an even better chemistry guy off the court.
Nailed from three-point land.
The star just keeps rising for Damian Lillard. Heck of a talent with tremendous range.
And Plumlee kicks to Murray. The three sinks the three-pointer. And the Nuggets lead by 16.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Denver.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And this will now push it to a total of 44 games in the win column on the season. And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Jokic.
And you have to love the effort he put forth on the glass. He played with a fire no one else could match as he chased down those rebounds.
And here's Morris for three. Drains it from beyond the arc.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Well, this is what guys play for, and when it pans out like this, it's a great feeling.
The pass to Craig. Count that bucket.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Showing remarkable poise and focus throughout the game, a sustained effort across the board.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Gabriel. That one's off, still out of sync. Kicks to Morris. Pass to Plumlee. Jokic with it. It's deflected. Here's Craig. So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. A resounding victory for them. All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do.
Where do I start? Where do I get my rhythm? Where do I get my groove?
I always start off with a bounce. You just start with a bounce, and then you see.
I'm part of the baddest game, most successful game in the world. I went to Portugal this year, and the young tour guide goes, "It's Doris Burke from 2K." It wasn't Doris Burke, the announcer. It was Doris Burke from 2K.
And just about to get underway is the starting five.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Well, the weekend has officially begun. DA. Well, point forwards and big guards in demand. DA, you're right. Thank you. And a chance to take a look at some numbers for Powell.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different scorer than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
Here are the 5 for the Raptors. Siakam and Ibaka, the duo down low. Fred VanVleet out there with Lowry, and it's Anunoby in at the small forward spot. And for Portland, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Anthony in at the small forward.
And the penetrating ability of Anunoby, confident when it comes to attacking the defense.
You go back to 2015, the Blazers lost 4 of their 5 starters in the offseason. So instead of rebuilding, they retooled around Damian Lillard, and what a piece to retool behind. Amazing how far they've come in the past couple seasons, where they've placed in the Western Conference.
And it's the Trailblazers with the ball after the Raptors pick up 2.
Well, he can shoot the 3, so defenses have to go out and overplay him, and that's what creates lanes for him to do stuff like that.
And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Toronto shooting their first free throws of this one. Well, you know, Brent, you've got to give a lot of credit to the Blazers front office, continuing to fortify this roster with under-the-radar acquisitions.
Interesting adjusting around a couple of albatross contracts to now have a team that's capable at positions that a lot of teams are trying to fill. That's the wing position.
Anunoby. Portland grabs the miss.
He lacks defense there. He's going to see fewer and fewer chances if he can't bury those kind of jumpers.
Count that one.
Well, this is where that sweet handle of McCollum's comes into play. When he goes on the dribble drive, very few defenders can get in good position to slow him down.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Collins. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Ibaka, the pass to Siakam.
Collins affecting that shot right there with his size.
And the Raptors miss again. 3-pointer, Lillard. The shot off that time. And it's the Raptors taking it the other way. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
It seems odd to say, given that they won that pretty easily, but really they did not look especially strong in that game.
And you know as well as I.
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on. The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Here's Ibaka. And again, no good by Toronto.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
With the playoffs around the corner, Brent, some teams already making vacation plans. Talk about the disappointment that those kinds of teams are feeling right now?
Yeah, you start the beginning of training camp with ideas of wanting to play into the postseason, and you know the realization of that goal is not going to be met. And what you want to do is remember your opportunity as a player, Kevin, to go out and still compete. You might not be back with the team that you're playing the end of the season with, the last 10 games. Maybe you're somewhere else. But there are teams, as we've always said, still watching you. And so don't ever get away from the idea of the competition as the season winds down.
They always say the eye in the sky doesn't lie. Everything is on tape, right?
I mean, yeah, and they are assessing how it is that you approach that, because you show your stripes when things are not going well. What kind of character do you have?
And it's good, 2 points. That's now 8 points for Siakam.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
Launches a three. Portland with a new 14. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Well, not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
And it's a completely new group for Toronto. Well, the Raptors' Nick Nurse winning an NBA title in his first season. Greg is an NBA head coach.
The first time a head coach who'd also helmed a team in a foreign league has won it. Nurse often reminisces fondly on those days coaching in Europe. And this summer he was entrusted with coaching the Canadian national team at the FIBA World Cup.
Little passes to Simons. Portland moving the ball around. From deep, Powell pulls it in.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
Yeah, as good as you can do without getting a block there to defend.
Here's Little. And that one goes, feeding him with the lead pass.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick two at the other end.
Lasagna's shot is off.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
To the middle. Hollis Jefferson, good.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Here's Trent, and there's a nice one-handed slam.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. That's just very solid offense.
Yeah, and it doesn't take much elevation for Gasol to throw one down, of course, unless somebody's standing right in his way. That dunk is going to be easy money for him.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
And he rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish.
So far, both teams scorching the nets. You gotta love it.
Yeah, made for TV game here. Pace is great, scoring is coming in bunches, and both of the teams feeling confident right now.
The offense coming. And Serge Ibaka talked about his skill set. Now it complements
my defense toughness.
And really, Ibaka is a seasoned veteran now, a terrific role player known for his defense.
And Ibaka knows his role and plays it well.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And from Portland, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Attacking, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the line.
Yeah, they were going right at the opponent here and forcing their hand. I mean, like literally making them foul them.
Hezonja at the 4 and Whiteside at the 5. Then it's Little, and it's Simons in at the point guard position. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, Kevin, one of the reasons Toronto was able to win the NBA championship was the astronomical improvement from Pascal Siakam, who was recognized as the league's most improved player. It was the dream of Pascal's late father that he reached this level. His determination to make that reality has brought him a long way from home. Kevin?
It has indeed, D.A. Great story, and thank you.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Nurkic is checked in. Kyle Lowry, he's checked in for the Raptors. So timeout called here, the first for Portland. You know, officials try to be as objective as possible, Brent. It does sometimes feel like we get superstar calls, correct?
I think there's absolutely superstar calls, Kevin. And, you know, the purist in me wants the referees to keep it fair, but understanding that the game is entertainment and understanding what it takes to be that level of player, every now and then seeing a guy like James Harden getting a few more free throws or watching Giannis find his way to the line a few more times, I shrug my shoulders and I say, yeah, I actually kind of get it.
Yeah, good examples.
Damian Lillard and his commitment to not only the way that he wants to play and wants to improve, but his commitment to Portland and this city and this franchise has been nothing short of remarkable.
Siakam is checked in for the Raptors. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Brent, you think about Lillard's value not just to the Blazers, but to the entire community of Portland, Oregon. Outstanding.
Always great, Kevin, to see a superstar take it off the floor and want to make impacts in the community. Lillard has been amazing at the job that he's done here in Portland and has stayed committed to where this franchise wants to go and trying to bring a championship to the Northwest.
Fred VanVleet is checked in for Davis. And it's Lowry with the ball, brings it up for the Raptors. 7-point differential. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home.
And that's your all-star center. Gasol making a play. He gives this team a lot of size and a lot of toughness on both ends.
And Lillard gets it to go.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players, Kevin, playing today can do.
Here's Gasol. Makes it off the glass. Gasol's got 8 points.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Come on. Raptors trail by 5. Down low, here's Lowry. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Lillard, he can't get it to go. Good D by Siakam.
Even if you're not shooting it, you like to see the effort level, and his tonight has been high. And that's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Here's Gabriel, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Outside for Lowry. Siakam outside. Lowry passes to Siakam. 5 to shoot. Lays it up and banks it in. Siakam's got the game tied up here for Toronto.
And you're going to take as many of those high percentage shots as you can get.
Lillard attacking for just the 4th time today. It is good. That one makes him 4 for 10.
Yeah, all night long he's just been on it. He's feeling it, and Lillard will start to call his own number in some of these sets.
Got that one up quick. Powell's got 7 points for the quarter.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
And out of bounds as Toronto gains possession. We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. You take a look at the Trailblazers. Right now they're on the outside looking in at the playoff seeds.
And when you look at Portland, they've shown me some very good things this season. But that next step, those qualities that could make them true contenders, just haven't been there.
Now, you just don't want to sit in the middle for too long. You either want to be competing against the top teams or starting to strategize where you can position yourself for a high lottery pick and maybe turn around your franchise's fortunes.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Serge Ibaka has checked in for Toronto. OG Anunoby comes in for Norman Powell.
Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
The shot by Anthony, no good.
Well, he creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. Even with the defense, not really a factor.
So difficult to defend Ibaka inside the length, the improved strength, and he's one of those bigs who doesn't mind going to the line.
First trip to the line for him here.
He's knocked down 3/4 of his foul shots this season, so he's right around 75%.
Ibaka hits both of them.
One of the best free throw shooting bigs in the league, but that wasn't always the case for Ibaka. He has put in a ton of work.
And another turnover here by Portland. And here we go. Coach's challenge is being called for here on the out-of-bounds violation.
And this is the exact type of play that I think is perfect for a review. Coach's challenge or not. I mean, you seldom get into a situation where it's hard to definitively determine the out-of-bounds call.
And depending on what point in the game it is, boy, it can have, Greg, a huge impact on the game. So many games coming down to just one possession. Each possession so critical. So we just got word from the NBA Replay Center via the official courtside administrator. And the original call will stand for the out-of-bounds violation.
You know, and some people might argue, hey, we're stopping the game, but this uses up a timeout, so that's technically already a break that could happen regardless of the call staying the same.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Whiteside's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Mario Hezonja comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simmons.
Always an appreciation for Lillard and his build, just how rugged he is, along with that fearlessness.
Inside. Here's Ibaka, and they pick up 2. Ibaka's got the lead up to 4 now for Toronto.
I just think that's trouble. You're gonna let that guy shoot layups. You're asking for it.
Lillard misses.
Yeah, and that one way back in the first quarter is the three-pointer that has been his only one of the night.
And the rejection by Collins. McCollum finds Lillard from past the arc. And it's Lillard again missing. Siakam inside. The shot's good on the assist by Lowry. Now it's a 6-point Raptor lead.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing.
And so it's the Toronto Raptors with their lead standing at 6 points here at the
2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. The first half was all about Pascal Siakam. He had 14 points and 1 assist. And taking a look at the Raptors, and that does it for our half.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
And the way he goes at defenders, he is bound to get to the line just like he did there in that first half.
Yeah, almost inviting contact, that attack mentality on full display.
So the Raptors 5 right now. Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slots. Lowry out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Ibaka in at the 5. Lillard from outside. The rebound by Ibaka. Ibaka's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Anunoby. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Anunoby's got the first basket of the 3rd quarter for the Raptors. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, after 5 years as an assistant in Toronto, last season Nick Nurse moved to head coach of the Raptors, and the team responded, winning the franchise's first NBA championship. Nurse has been at this for 3 decades. He got his first head coaching position at the age of 23. And he has moved all throughout basketball, both domestically and abroad, guiding 15 teams in 5 different countries. And after winning it all last year, Kevin, he's finally made it to the top.
David, he sure has a long and winding journey. Thank you. The Raptors making a switch here. Davis has checked in.
You wonder, with Nurkic last year getting hurt, just how much further the Blazers could have gone. Again, carried by C.J. McCollum and Damian Lillard, their unbelievable dynamic duo at the guard position. But the defensive anchor all year long had been Nurkic.
The Trailblazers have been good at the line so far, 5 of 5. And the Raptors call time here.
Shooting for Portland, Yusuf Nurkic. Taking 2 shots. Ladies and gentlemen, dance team.
Monday Hollis Jefferson, he's checked in for the Raptors. A break in the action means we can check out the best defensive teams in the league this season. Here are the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. Number 1, the Raptors.
And this D has been completely dominant. Fewest points per game allowed in the league. These guys are talented. They trust each other. They work together. And you just won't find better coaching on the defensive end of the floor.
And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time. And with their high-powered back, Brent Nurkic providing the Blazers with that sorely needed paint presence. He is a big body.
Big body who sets screens and frees up a bunch of room for those guards that you mentioned, Kevin. But the interesting thing is about all the dirty work that Nurkic can do down low for this basketball team, picking up 10, 12 points in the painted area and putting a lot of pressure on the defense.
Trailblazers moving the ball around. Kicks it out to Lillard for the lead. Bangs home the trifecta. Lillard's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Well, Lillard and Steph Curry, we talk about their unlimited range on display that time from Damian.
Got a piece of it, and that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. It's getting late in the season. Let's now see the standings out east. You look at the Raptors. Right now, they've acquired the second-best record in the conference.
And for the Raptors, they've got their sights set pretty darn high right now. After what they've done this season, their goal is nothing short of a title.
A massive amount of confidence, tremendous swagger with this team, and they believe in themselves. That might be all it takes to get them where they want to go.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Damian Lillard. Just an incredible month of basketball. He's averaging 20 points, 7 assists, and 4 rebounds. And a quality player. I love what he brings to the table at that backup point guard position.
I think coaches appreciate a guy that comes in and knows how to run the offense with some intelligence. That's exactly what he does.
And with the body control and jump shot Lowry possesses, he has been known to torch you from the perimeter.
And the basket is good. Brent, when it comes to moving around in tight quarters without a lot of space, who's the quickest player that you have seen in a half-court set this year?
Still remarkable to watch where it is that Kyrie Irving can get to on the floor in any sort of possession. It's like he could take, 50 dribbles in a phone booth and find a way out of it, spinning around and finding gaps within the defense. But it's not his handle with just the one hand, right, Kevin? It's about he has an idea of after he does the moves around the traffic, when he gets into the basket, multiple ways of finishing, much like Rod Strickland, who's a tremendous finisher in his days years and years ago. Kyrie's got a lot of that in his game.
Portland no good that time either.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Here's Gasol. There's the dish to Powell. It's stolen by Little. Nurkic with it. Picked up by Davis. It's tipped. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit. That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Anthony comes in for Yusuf Nurkic, and it's C.J. McCollum in for Lillard. And the Raptors also making a change. Fred VanVleet is checked in for Davis. Here's Gasol. Little with the rebound. Trailblazers leading by 6. Here's Simons. Up again. And Whiteside stays right with it.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
VanVleet passes to Boucher. No good again that time. 2-for-1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
Offensive rebound. Whiteside laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Whiteside's got the lead up to 10 now for the Trailblazers. VanVleet passes to Gasol. Gasol is doubled. Here's VanVleet. Gasol controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. McCollum passes to Little. And here is Anthony. Kicks it to Little. The three from McCollum. It's rebounded by Gasol. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Fires it up. Unable to get that one. And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for the Portland Trail Blazers. A grand total of 28 points. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
So helpful to the offensive versatility when your bigs can create, freeing everybody up, and that cut was wide open.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Collins is out there with Anthony. Then there's Whiteside. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in at point guard. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
And guys, the offensive rebounding really has stood out here this half. All those second chance points are helping them maintain that lead.
Count that one from Van Vliet. Trailblazers leading by 8. Here's Simons. Lays it up off the glass.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Raptors shooting 55% from the floor. They're feeling very confident offensively. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And just like his brother Powell, Marc Gasol active in humanitarian causes.
I mean, we saw him volunteering on rescue boats in the Mediterranean. Mark doing his part, but also bringing attention to that humanitarian crisis.
OG Anunoby's checked in for the Raptors. Lowry comes in for Norman Powell. And there's the pass to Whiteside. Over Gasol. No good off the back of the rim. And here's Lowry. He'll bring it up for the Raptors. Here's Van Vliet. The 10-footer finds the target.
Well, that just scrambled the defense all kinds of ways with that great initial pass.
Here's Simons. Pass to Whiteside. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage. And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Cullen passes to Simons. Whiteside dishes to McCollum. Trailblazers moving the ball around. 6 on the shot clock. Portland needs to get off a shot. Traps in the tray. And the Trailblazers lead by 9.
That's a nice J off the pass there. CJ's shot has a great release point. And when he squares up like that, Kevin, you can count him.
Yeah, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Trent's checked in. The Raptors also with a sub. Ibaka's checked in, but they get it back.
Yeah, maybe a little luck, maybe a little bit of heart. Both of those at play here. He's getting every offensive rebound.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Siakam. Clock at 4.
Yeah, and he plays a lot bigger than that 6-foot frame would suggest. Lowry is just a bundle of energy out there.
Anunoby, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. First one falls for him.
And the potential Anunoby has is exciting. Has the athleticism, the shooting touch, and the drive to keep improving. Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
Now a timeout called by Portland. Mario Hezonja's checked in for Portland. Damian Lillard comes in for Anthony Simons. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, Terry Stotts just went over his game plan with his team. He said, keep grinding. We're in good shape. Things aren't always going to go perfectly. Don't let that slow you down. Let's just stick to what got us here. Kevin, we'll see if they can build on this lead.
And that is what you need in big moments. Lillard's a strong leader with competitive drive. Bingo.
Here's Trent, and he uses both hands to jam it in.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
Shoots the three. Portland grabs the miss.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing. And he just elevates and powers in the one-hander.
Textbook. Toronto calls timeout. They're behind by 9. 1:43 left to play here in the fourth. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Damian Lillard.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
I mean, this team is just dangerous. Right now, every shot that they're putting up feels like it's going in.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
And he gets it to go. Lillard's got 7 points for the quarter.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Trailblazers.
One area that stands out that we've seen tonight from them, their aggressiveness in getting steals, something I know that you really value yourself.
I think it sparked their offense. It deflates the opposition, and when you have the type of effort we saw tonight, it's pretty hard to overcome that defensive pressure down the stretch.
And so taking a look at their record, a nice milestone they'll be picking up tonight. 30 wins on the year now.
And you could tell they were ready for this one today, guys. There was something extra on the line, and they wanted it.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Damian Lillard.
It looked like a couple times they might be wearing him down, but not the case. At the offensive end, he was just devastating. Now, he's not the reason that they're trailing in this one. He's been on his game. It's a few of the other guys that need to pick it up.
And Siakam throws it down.
Good job getting the ball and completing that play.
The defense producing easy looks. It just helps you conserve some energy for late in the game.
This arena was rocking throughout the night. You could really feel the energy.
A huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
And Collins is right there. And the Trailblazers lead by 15.
Collins with a good read there and laser focused on where he could get to collect the offensive board.
And the shot goes in from Siakam.
Look, it's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Yeah, it's tough to mount a comeback like this and then fall oh so short. I'm sure that's weighing on them just a little bit.
They grab their own miss. Passes to Lillard. It's Hezonja in the corner. Now here's Whiteside. Lillard right side. Back to Whiteside. Jacks up a three. Misses there. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they start